Oh, look, it's a genius. What's going on there, genius? Dowdy here. Today we're going to be getting into part 2 of Playgrounds, which is functions. So, let's dive into it. So, right off the bat, I'll say, well, wait a minute, why is my screen flashing? Oh, that was weird. Oh, okay. But anyway, so I actually recorded this video once already, but I didn't have this footage. I had the screen recording and the audio, but I'm gonna do it again just for the geniuses. So we're looking over functions for today. And Playgrounds describes it as grouping tasks. Every day you perform a range of tasks automatically without thinking about what you're doing. Even a simple task like tying your shoe took time to automate. Took a bunch of little instructions or sequences to make tying your shoe a thing. I know some of you geniuses are sitting out there with Vans. You don't even tie your shoes. I'm the same. I like Vans. The slip-ons, so simple, right? You don't even need the function. No, but we're learning functions today. We're gonna be tying our shoes. All right, so let's get started. Real simple, right? Use composition to turn to the right. Have you noticed that turn right is not a command available to you? I have noticed that. Actually, thank you, Playgrounds. This is actually the answer that I did last time on my first way through, but I'm gonna walk ourselves through it. So, in order to turn right, I just turned left 3 times. So, let's actually just delete this, right? Run the code. Yeah, so, different point of view. Yo, I said it in the last recording, but this is just giving me Minecraft meets Block Source kind of vibes. If you were on Miniclip during '04 to '08, you know that blocky game, right? The puzzle one? That's why I like Playgrounds, actually, because harmonizing that visual aspect with the problem solving harmonizes the left and the right brain in the sense that you can creatively solve a problem, and the problem that you solve can be a creative problem. So let's figure out this challenge, right? So we've got move forward, move forward, move forward. And that will bring us to the first, second, and third tile. So then we gotta turn right, which is really turn left 3 times, which will orient us in the right position to collect the gem. So after that, move forward, move forward, move forward, and collect the gem. There's a family in the background. If you can hear them, let's double down on paying attention to Playgrounds. All right, so here's our next challenge. So now we've actually created, let me actually take this away, or we can go through it and then I'll take it away and do it again. So we've got the function turn right, which we said before is turn left 3 times. So let's see it in motion. That's the turn right function right there. Move forward, turn right. Move forward once, move forward twice, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, which is turn left 3 times, move forward, toggle switch, turn left, turn right, which is turn left 3 times, move forward. That's functions in a nutshell, honestly. I could end the video here. And that's a pretty basic understanding of functions. They gave the example of tying a shoe. You could do the same thing with brownies, for example. So we need the ingredients, what is it? Brownie mix, eggs, oil, and water. The function for that could be get those ingredients, right? The 4 ingredients or the 5 ingredients, mix in bowl, put it in container, bake 350, take out. Just if we were to apply it to like the real world, right? That's kind of what a function would look, sound, and even smell like. I'm kind of hungry, can you tell? I was thinking about taking the answers away here, but I'm gonna do what I did last time and just have it play and walk us through it. Move forward, collect gem, toggle switch. So that I made those sequences of commands the move forward function so that I could repeat it multiple times in this challenge here. So let's actually run it again. Move forward, collect gem, move forward, toggle switch. That's the move forward command. Let me actually stop it. Those 4 sequences of events I saw were able to be applied at multiple points in the challenge, right? So along this axis here, or this row, and then this line right here, this line right here, and this line right here. So I knew that I was going to be able to call whatever I named the function, ultimately just those sequences or those instructions 4 times. I knew that I was going to have to call it 4 times. So I compiled it into a function. So let's look at it again from the functional perspective. So call move forward, turn left. Wait a second. Wait a minute, did I do it right? I mean, yeah, I did it right, but now I'm confused with my answer. Hold on. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, so that's the move forward function. Then turn left. That's the move forward function again. Move forward, turn left. And then move forward, turn left, move forward. Yeah, I got confused in the beginning because there's an extra move forward from the toggle switch there. Yeah, that's another example of functions. Functions it's really simple, right? So I use the Brownies example here. So ideally, like if you were actually creating something, use function names that are applicable. So if I were to do, a relevant name for this one, it would be move and collect gems. This is a good practice just for readability. So if someone were to come in and read my code, they'd be like, what does make brownies even mean? And then be like, yo, Dowdy, like, what's up with your code? Like, did you even comment this out? And then I'm like, no, you should it's make brownies. And then they're like, and then they just hang up the phone. So if you don't want that to happen, yeah, make the function names relevant, and comment out your code too. This is just a game though, so we're gonna use make brownies. And similarly before, within this challenge, we can break it down into different sets of challenges, right? Or like sub challenges that make up the entire challenge. So I noticed that at first I created the function with collect gem here. So let's actually see what that does for us. Starts off good, right? So we've got collect gem again, then turn. Everything works well. Extra step there, because it's included in the function and I called the function after the turn. So it still works. It was just a bit inefficient, right? So I just moved this collect gem over here just to make it cleaner. Let's see the difference now. Ooh, look at that pan. Have you ever experienced a cinematic coding experience that was also a game? Subscribe. Anyway, this slight change took out that extra step, right? Because There's actually an extra one. Or no, I put move forward at the end anyway. But we could take this out and then it would be like ultra seamless, right? It would solve exactly what the challenge is. Let's move to the next one. So this one is pretty fun. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but programming holds space for people to be problem solving oriented and then also creatively oriented. So say I'm more of a problem solver, right? Like that's just how I go about thinking things, as problems to be solved. I can do that with coding and be very problem oriented, and then also have other problem oriented people be the same way and solve the problem differently. So creatively, there are also ways to go about solving the problem differently. Therefore, there are different means of expressing the solution to the problem. Whereas if someone's creatively oriented, then they're able to break, or they have the opportunity to break down the challenge into subcategories and then creatively kind of go at it from there. But they also are held to break down the problem into subcategories and then kind of work at it from there. So with this, we can see that in action. So for this, we need a turnaround function, because if we want to walk up, we got to turn around. And let's just run it actually. So move forward, collect gem, turn around, walk down, turn left. So the solve stair function is important because it allows us for this challenge to solve it really efficiently and really just like in a satisfying way, right? Because we just called the function 4 times and that's it, problem solved. Is there a way to zoom out? There we go. Let's see those dance moves. Excellent. Excellent. So I think I did a good job explaining that. I'm going to go over it real quick again. Turnaround function, we need that after the move forward in the solve stair function, right? And after we collect the gem. So we turn around, which is 2 turn lefts. And then we go about solving the rest of these stairs by calling them again. Oh, and at the end of the solve stair, putting the move forward and turn left. In terms of like that problem oriented and solving it different ways, you could also do turn right here, because then it would be, the problem would be solved counterclockwise instead of clockwise here. So if we get like a bird's eye view a little bit, it goes clockwise, right? If you did turn right, it'd be counterclockwise and you'd still be solving the problem. All right, had to make sure we were still recording. We're good. So let's run it first and see what it's doing. Move forward, collect gem, turn around, move forward. Okay. So that right there, we could call something like collect gem and turnaround, right? We don't have the turnaround function in this challenge, but this function right here solves this row. So with that, we can see that that same sequence of instructions can be applied in other places, right? Within the sub-challenges to solve those other ones. So we can call this function collect gem turnaround because that's what it does for readability, right? And then a function called solve row to solve the rows moving forward. So I'm going to delete this just for the sake of walking through it and really being in the trenches. Solve row will do that thing that I showed first. You go up, move forward, collect gem, turn around, turn left, move forward. So because of that turnaround in when we first called the function, it sets us up to repeat that again to solve this. So let's take a look. Cool, right? Like now it's cool because we, instead of like having to manually go about it every single time, just throw it in a function, make it easier. So from here, we've got turn right, right? Excellent. And we can move forward, turn left to start it again, so that we set ourselves up, right? Right? Wrong. No, we're right. So solve row. And that will be solving, because this is kind of broken up into 3, you could even see it as 6, but I'm gonna say 3 sub problems or sub challenges within the greater challenge, right? So there's this first line right here, this second line, and this third line. We just solved a third of the problem right there. And then when we turn right and move forward and turn left, we set ourselves up to solve another third of the problem. So let's see that in motion. Okay, so we've got 2/3 of the problem out of the way. Now we just have to set ourselves up to solve the last piece. So turn right, move forward, turn left. Oh, almost forgot to run the solve row. Cool. An error? Me? Never. No, I'm playing, I see it. I think I've said this in another video, but if your code ever works, question why. And if it doesn't work, yeah, question why. Either way, just question why, and you'll, not only will you get a deeper understanding of the code, you'll get a deeper understanding of yourself, which is very valuable. I'll also mention that you're valuable, just in case you forgot. All right, that's about 2/3 of the problem solved right there. Gonna tackle that last piece right here. Boom. Geniuses, we have our answer. And if you wanted to, right, instead of this solve row, you could have taken the instructions that made it, you know, just call it off right after the collect gem, right? Because those last pieces were kind of unnecessary. All right, so this is the one that I had the most fun with. So I'm just gonna delete everything and we can go through it together. So like the last problems, let's break this up into different challenges, right? Within the greater challenge. So we've essentially got 4 challenges, but how do I explain this part? We've got 4 challenges, but there are some challenges that look exactly like the other. So we've got this Tetris piece here and another one behind it. And then we got this like T challenge here, and it's also reflected on the other side. So we've got 2 challenges really. We just have to orient ourselves in a correct manner to go about solving them. So this function that we've got here, move then toggle, let's see what that does. Let's see it in motion. Because we can use, oh, wouldn't let me copy it. We can see how this will help us, right? Oh, again. Yeah, I made the function and I didn't call it. Like I didn't actually start anything. Okay, so we've called move then toggle. So we move. Wait a minute. That's hilarious. I called a command, not even the function. There we go. Okay, so we've got a good portion of the first problem solved, right? which means that we're close to having this halfway done, because this problem is really two problems. So we're killing two birds with one stone. So if we were to move, then toggle. Let's finish the rest of this function actually. So toggle switch. Do we have turnaround? We don't. So we can create turnaround real quick because we know that it's just two turn lefts. So we'll call it turnaround and open brackets, turn left, turn left. Whoops. Boom. And now we can call turnaround here. To turn around, move forward. And move forward. So here's what I meant with that kind of 50% thing, or like we have two problems essentially to solve. I can call, since this isn't move then toggle, let's call it Tetris. Or we'll call it Tetris. Yeah, we'll just call it Tetris. Looks like that piece from Tetris. So let's call Tetris twice and see how that affects everything. So we set ourselves up, because of that turnaround, right? It set ourselves up to move to that next part of the challenge seamlessly. So now we've got 50% of the challenge done, right? We've got those two sub ones out of the way, or that one part of the problem. So let's figure out the function we need to take care of the t part of the problem, or this one right here, these two right here. So let's call it, I'm gonna call it T-pose. You can call it whatever you want. So in order to solve this, we need move forward, toggle switch, move forward, toggle switch, turn around, and then I believe it's 4, right? Yeah, so this will run, though we won't be positioned correctly just with this function if we were to like tag it in right here, right? Because we would run right back into that Tetris problem. So let me show you what that actually looks like. Wait, why isn't my code running? That's interesting. Why isn't it, wait, I'm really confused. Why isn't it running? Oh, T-pose doesn't have parentheses. Cool. All right, so this is still gonna throw an error. I just had to. So we've solved the Tetris portion, so we don't have to worry about that. The next part becomes how we set ourselves up right here. And that's simple, right? Because it's running off of the T-pose function right now, which it's not what we're trying to solve. So we can toss in turn left, and that will get us in the correct position. And then we can call T-pose again to solve the other half of the problem, or that final quarter. The visual designers must have been thinking Minecraft and block source. There's no way they didn't. Like, just look at this. This is Minecraft. This is literally Minecraft. And block swords. And walk back down. And like the Tetris problem, we're already set up to just move forward and execute the same command, or the same function. Hey, hit that dance move. All right, geniuses. That's functions in a nutshell. So we've learned that functions essentially just are a list of compiled instructions, right? And then we can call that function as a tool to use in other functions or in just a command itself, or used alongside commands to finish a problem or solve a challenge. So with that being said, geniuses, I'm not going to say see you later yet, but the next video will be on for loops, and I haven't touched that yet. So we're going to be going through that pretty much live together. And with that being said, take care everyone. Be sure to live life at Laz. Peace. Did I do the peace sign twice? Huh.